Hey, this is a quick video about using Google Scholar as a Mason student, which means that you'll be able to search on Google Scholar and have it connect directly to the Mason libraries. I'm going to show you how to get that connected in case you haven't done that first, and then I'm going to demo Google Scholar for you. So you're going to get to Google Scholar. If you've not used it before, then you're going to want to type in Scholar in Google and it'll connect you there. And if you've not used it before, you won't have a list of recommended articles, probably, who knows. And then in the upper corner, you'll find three parallel lines. And I want you to click on that and get to settings. If it doesn't look exactly like my screen, then look around a little bit and see if you can find a place where you might be able to get to settings. That gear next to settings here is always a key. So on the settings page, you're going to look for library links on a menu, and it'll open up and says you can show links for certain libraries. Since you are, as a Mason student, have access to Mason, I'm going to recommend you type that in and save. If you have a connection to other universities, if you still have a login, for example, from another university, you can connect that one as well and see if it gives you wider access. So now you're connected, and this is where doing searches on Google Scholar is pretty simple. What it'll now do is it'll search the World Catalog, which is the basic Google Scholar, but it'll show you connections to those things that are available through the Mason libraries, which is lovely because a lot of academic research articles are behind some kind of paywall. And we don't ever want you guys to have to pay because that's part of what you're paying for with your tuition. So let's say you are interested in issues of gender, but interested in looking at elementary gender issues in STEM. You can type those terms in and you'll see that you get a list of articles related to this. And you'll just want to read a little bit here. If it looks like it's interesting to you, then when you come over on the right, you can follow the link to get to the full text at Mason. And then within the Mason library system, it will open up, I promise it'll open up the document. In this case, it's telling you that you can download the PDF automatically, which is lovely. It's working on it for us. And you may, as you'd expect, have to log into the library just like you would if you were going a different way. And hopefully I can remember my login while also talking. And so once you get in there, it will log you in and you can download the article. And it'll normally download, I don't know if you notice it down in the corner. So pay attention to where it downloads. For you, it may not show up in your browser. It may go to a downloads folder, but hopefully we've all kind of figured that out. And so now I'm going to go back in there and just pay attention. Sometimes it will find things for you that are not linked and not available. And in that situation, you might just want to keep going, or you can you can go directly to the Mason Library and see if you can find this journal. Or you can access the Mason librarian and see if they can find it for you. For the work you're doing for our class, for my graduate level master's students, it's rarely necessary to track down something that isn't freely available. If you're one of my doctoral students, then sometimes it will be necessary. And if you need help with that, come and check in with me. But hopefully this was helpful for you. I'm going to record a separate video on using Mason Library resources just in case that's your preference. One more thing while I still have you though. Let's say you did use that article and you thought it was awesome. Well, you're going to need to cite it, right, in all of your writing with me. So pay attention here. Google Scholar is really cool in that it gives you all of the likely citation styles. We, of course, prefer APA. Know that it's not always perfect, but it's usually pretty good. And so this is actually looking pretty close to perfect for me. So you can copy that and paste that into your document, which means then you don't have to try to figure out how to create that reference yourself. Hope this is helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions.